Okay, so we're looking at the work together 6-2 on page 161. And we're going to analyze the following adjustment information into the debit and credit parts to record the adjustments on the worksheet. We're going to see that we can, like our bag of supplies, we have supplies on hand of $325. What does my ledger say my balance is of my supplies? My ledger says, you can't read this, but your ledger says that it's 456. So we need to clearly do an adjustment here, right? Because I counted my bag of my supplies on hand, and my balance is 325. I'm going to put that, just for placeholder purposes, over here in my balance sheet. Okay, 325. Put that over here. Okay, do you guys see where I'm getting that from? It says it in your textbook. Supplies on hand is 325. So I know I have to do an adjustment because my actual physical count of my supplies is 325, but my ledger says I've got a balance of 456. So logically, what do I need to do in my adjustments? I have to subtract. So therefore, I have to do a credit of the difference between 456 and 325. So the difference between 456 and 325 is 131. So I'm going to do an adjustment, a credit of 131. That's going to be an A. And if I've got a credit, what do I have to do? I have to do, can I have it a credit by itself?
Debit.
I'm going to debit, good. Good. I'm going to just debit my supplies expense to show that I'm matching my revenues and expenses, and I'm adjusting and showing that I used up $131 worth of my supplies. I'm basically moving my supplies from being an asset account to being an expense to show that they've been used up. Okay? I'm sorry, you can barely read that. Okay, same thing here. I've got to look at my prepaid insurance. It says the value of my prepaid insurance is $500. So I'm going to go put that over here in my balance sheet. The value is actually $500. But what does my ledger balance say? $750. We know that's wrong, so I have to do an adjustment. How much is that? $750 minus $500, $250. So I have to do an adjustment of $250. And I'm going to, because that balance went down, I'm going to adjust it by crediting it. And then I'm going to credit my insurance expense for $250. Put a little B over here. And then I bring my balances down.
Do we have to put the B?
Yeah. Do it on your worksheets. I think for some reason that it doesn't work. It doesn't work in Applia to do that. But if it does, then do it. But if it doesn't, then don't worry about it. Okay? So I've got my credit to my prepaid insurance and my debit to insurance expense. Now I bring my balances down. I add these up and I get, what? 381, is that right? 381. I add these up, I get 381. They're equal, so I can double rule. Now I extend my balances over. Am I going to have any accounts up here in my income statement accounts that are assets, liabilities, or owner's equity? Say no.
No.
No. All right, so for illustrative purposes, draw a giant X through that, and then bring your balances over. So I take my 9,800 and I bring it over. I take my 150, I bring it over. I take my 2795, I bring it over. I already have my balance here. My 456 minus my 131 is going to give me my 325. My 750 minus my 250 is giving me my 500. I'm good there. I bring my accounts payable over to my credit column, 555. I bring my capital over to my credit column, 14,885. And then I bring my drawing over to the debit column, 3,400. And then that's it. Now I do my income statement accounts. Okay, my sales, and my expenses, and I'm bringing them over to the income statement column. My sales was $43.20, and it's a credit $43.20. All my expenses should be in the debit column, so I bring it over to the income statement debit column, $931. Insurance expense was 0. I added $250, so I bring over the $250. My miscellaneous expense, $378. My supplies was 0, and I added $131, so I bring over $131. My utilities expense, $1,100. I single rule all the way across all of these little guys, across my income statement column, my balance sheet column, and I bring all of my balances down, okay? So bring your balances down. For argument's sake, in the interest of time, I'm going to tell you the balances. So your balance is $4,320 for your credit column on your income statement. Your balance in your income statement debit column is going to be $2,790. You've got a difference here. Is this difference a loss or a net profit? Profit. How do you know that? You know that because your sales are greater than your expenses. So I'm going to put over here net income. Okay, and then I take the difference between these two. That difference is $1,530. I again single rule. I bring this balance down, $4,320. I add this up. I bring this down, $4,720. They're equal. I double rule. 4,320, sorry. Okay. Now I do the same thing with my balance sheet column. I bring my balance sheet column down and I bring the the credits down. It's $15,440. I bring the debit balance down and it's $16,970. The difference, this difference should be exactly equal to this difference. If it is not, then you've done something wrong. If it is, you've done it right. So the difference should be $1,530. Again, I single rule. I bring the balances down. $16,970 should equal $16,970. And you're good to go. And you double rule. Okay? So, that is completing a worksheet. Okay? Any questions?